John Chow here from johnchow.com, and welcome to another episode of Driving with John Chow. Little overcast today. The sun is trying to break through, but that's okay. It's early. It's only 8:40. I just dropped off Sally at her Japanese school. Yeah, she, in addition to taking Chinese classes, she also takes Japanese classes. Probably because my wife plans to take her to Japan in the future, and she wants her to learn the language. Anyway, what I want to talk about is do another follow-up on the difference in thinking between the rich and the not so rich. I used to always say the difference between the rich and the poor is the rich think differently. But actually, upon more investigation, that's not really the case. And as an aside, I used to do this personal joke. I used to say, the difference between you and me is actually, my mistake. See, I used to think the difference between you and me is I think differently. Now I think the difference is I think. Anyway, that's a little off topic, but yeah. See, I don't really think the rich and the poor think differently. If you really look at it, you will find that the rich and the poor, they think totally opposite, 180 degrees of each other. See, let me give you an example of what I mean. See, the poor think that investment is risky and a job is safe. Okay? Whereas if you look at the rich, they're totally opposite of that. They think the investment is safe and having a job is kind of risky. The poor work for their money. The rich have their money work for them. See the opposite here? So now how does that apply to you and me who wants to join the rich and preferably not be poor? Well, it's quite simple, really. If you want, it goes back to what I said last time about birds of a feather flock together. You know, if you want to be rich, then act rich and do what the rich do. And the majority of the people who got rich, who are very, very rich, the majority of them got rich because they have the money work for them. And when they didn't have the money, they created businesses. They created businesses to leverage their time and their money. So in other words, instead of having them work hard for money, they have their money or their business work hard for them. Like in my case, instead of having me work hard for money, my website works hard for me, assuming my website actually does work hard. I guess it does. I mean, it's up 24/7. It never stops. So instead of me working hard for my money, my blog, the landing pages I created, the advertising I have going, they work hard for me, so I don't have to. And that's the one common theme among the rich. They remove themselves from the money-making equation. Right? The poor, or pretty much the majority of people, their money-making equation is themselves. They don't have anything else that makes them the money. And that is a very, very dangerous position to be in. I mean, if something happens to you, that's it. And if other people depends on you to make the money, like, you're a family, you have a family to run and everything, and if your family depends on you, then if something happens to you, unless you have, a real good life insurance policy in place, which you should, but if you don't, and something happens to you, either you become disabled or you die, then it's very, very bad. We hear stories all the time about, some guy gets injured on a job, he can't work anymore, and suddenly their income drops by, from whatever they were making before to like next to nothing, and next thing you know, they're all on the street. So, but if you compare this to, say, someone who has arranged their affairs, so either that money works for them. Like they have a big enough capital that they can live up the interest. Guys like, I suppose, Bill Gates, like pretty much, I mean, he makes billions of bucks a year just on interest alone, right? Or people, or somebody, who's making their money online, and basically someone who's removed themselves from the equation and where their businesses make money for them. So, like if something happened to me, the blog keeps on going. The blog. I mean, I set it up so the blog can pretty much run itself. It's got writers. Right now there's over 200 plus blog posts in the queue, and that means 2 blog posts a day. I have enough blog posts for the next 100 days without me doing anything, if that's what I want, which is not. But should that happen, it's the safety net, so to speak, has been set up, right? So how do you get to this kind of level? How do you arrange your affair so that the money is not made by you? Well, obviously the first thing is to study the rich. That's what I do. I study the rich. I study how they do it, how they got there. I study their mindset, how they think, so that I can apply some of those principles, to what I'm doing. And this is why I do what I do. I try to, I guess it's called what my friend Tim Ferriss, lifestyle design. I'm designing a life around my lifestyle.com lifestyle in this case, right? I want time freedom, money freedom, and location freedom. And then I look at all the possible businesses that can help me achieve that type of lifestyle. And the only one I found so far is an internet business. It's the only guy. I see there are businesses that will give me time freedom and money freedom, but only the internet can give me the freedom of location. That's what I really want. I want freedom of location. I just want to be able to run my business from anywhere in the world, and that's where the internet comes in. And so look at any other business out there, the bricks and mortar business, I can't do it. I mean, I'm tied down to a location. Right? So if you're looking to remove yourself as a money-making equation, and you're looking for a business that'll give you time freedom, money freedom, location freedom, the only thing you can do is the only business that does that is an internet business. So concentrate your search on that. It might be blogging, who knows? It might be an e-commerce business. It might be MTTB. It might be more. But any type of internet business can achieve the .com lifestyle. So keep your search along that, and remember to think opposite of the poor person, and that is how you'll be miles ahead of what they are, where they are. All right. So that's my little advice rant for today. I hope you like it. Subscribe to my channel. Give me your feedback, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.